6 not out. Basically, he was defensive batsman. He played all the 60 overs in a 1975 World Cup match, and at the end of the 6th ball of the 60th over, at that time it was 60 overs per match, not 50. And he was not out on 36. So he was told to attack. His attitude was changed by boosting up his ball. You must attack Marshall from ball 1. If you are bogged down, the entire rest of the 10 will be bogged down. So second test match at Croatia, Kotla, Delhi. West Indies won the toss and sent India to bat. They were expecting 8 for 150 for 8 by lunch, as usual. Gavaskar changed his attitude towards batting in the test match from defensive to attack, as the situation demanded. So I started my second point with the theory that with the right kind of attitude pumped up, all your latent talent, latent resources, latent energies, they boost up to handle the situation, which normally doesn't happen in normal situations. And Gavaskar, when he hit the first ball for a wonderful cover drive, entire India was on his feet. I can still remember those moments. And Gavaskar hit 4 fours in Marshall's first over. And a century before lunch. At lunch, Gavaskar was 107 not out. His first and last century before lunch. But then he did it. No doubt. We lost the test series by 3-0, but we were lost by 6-0, and Gavaskar not played a few wonderful innings. He was 236 not out at Chennai. What I mean to say is, Gavaskar was the same in 1975, he was the same in 1983 in the World Cup, he was the same after that in the test series, talent-wise, exposure-wise, experience-wise, know-how of the game. Yet, the change in attitude, boosted up attitude, brought all his latent talents, intelligence to overcome the fear, to overcome the negatives, and work out. And it brought results. So right kind of attitudes, chapter 2 is you can bring out your latent talents to deal with the situation. Third kind of important advantage of attitude is, you see any situation, you meet any person, and you can clearly see through that situation an advantage or profit. I tell you a very simple situation that probably can happen. If we are sitting, a session is going on, a mouse or a rat comes from nowhere and comes here and comes on the table and pops up on the bottle and on its wavelengths and looks around. And your director goes to catch the mouse, if at all. And your dean is like, what happened? And then again the mouse runs down from the table on the other side. And then it comes up from that side and comes here. What do you feel? I'm asking anybody, okay? So remain ready with an answer.
We feel disturbed.
You feel disturbed, okay? Answer one. All answers will be right, okay? I tell you, I give you 10 on 10 before you answer. All answers are right. Now tell me, what happens? You get disturbed. You?
I am a spectator to this happen.
Huh?
Am I a spectator to this happen?
Yeah. Am I a spectator to this happen? You are surprising yourself.
No. I'm just asking. It's happening, I'm watching this. So what's my feeling? That's what I'm asking, right? Yes. I would say, why did the rat come here?
Why the rat did come here? It's
Call the housekeeping immediately.
You will call the housekeeping immediately. Yeah, fine. You? Stand up at your place.
Try and catch the rat and throw it out.
Try and catch the rat and throw it out. You, with specs,
Feel disturbed.
you feel disturbed, as he said. Okay? Somebody was there with specs? Yes, you? You will laugh at what? Director of the rat. Other situation, okay. He's my friend's friend, so I can take the liberty. Isn't it, Michelle? My very good after bathing the bird gets friend. So I can take the rivers. Okay, these are situations. What you there with folded hands, white shirt? You will enjoy it. Yeah, fine, good. Because it happens in the director's desk. See, somebody felt disturbed, somebody enjoyed, somebody wanted to catch the rat, and why it happened, it shouldn't have happened, it shouldn't have happened. See, these thoughts do crop up, and they are right. But the same thing happened many years back. A gentleman, he had gone bankrupt, thrown out of 7 jobs in a span of 3 years. You feel depressed, isn't it? In 3 years, if you are thrown out from 7 places, he was sitting in his garage, not more than $10 in his pocket. Of course, no bank account, half a piece of bread, and a mug of coffee. Putting his legs on the table, and he was just casually doing nothing in his garage. A rat came from nowhere on the table, went around, picked up a half piece of bread, peeped inside this mug of coffee, and this gentleman was just like looking at it. ये सोच के कि भाई बहुत कुछ लोग ये गया तो ये तू भी लेगा चल. Just looking at it. But that entertained him. Said, this is good. I got entertained with this. And the thought. This play of the mouse entertained me. Can I show this same play to the children of the world, entertain them and make big money? And from this thought, God generated the most famous character of animation film. That is, the man was Walt Disney, and the most famous character of animation film is Mickey Mouse. Why did you get this thought? That boy was a bit near. Why did you get this thought? Attitudes. Any situation that pops up in front of you, if you have the right kind of attitude, you can see advantages, you can see profits, you can see money, you can see fame, you can see progress, you can see success. Attitudes. And he did it. Walt Disney, Disney World in America, Disney World in Europe, there is Euro Disney, Disney World in Japan, and now it is coming up on the Mumbai-Pune Express Highway. Situation may be any. There are people, a couple of them I have met, that they have the capacity to sell cones to wild people. I have met people who have capacities to sell refrigerators to Eskimos. This is what you are taught here. That's one part of it. Simple. With the right kind of attitudes, you can learn everything. Now, this attitudes, next slide, speaker, another 10 minutes. 10 minutes. With this right kind of attitudes, which gradually develop with your smaller attitudes in and around you. Let me talk to you of a great personality, my Guru Pramukh Swami Maharaj. How many of you have been to Swaminarayan Mandir at New Delhi? Quite many of you. I think I request, and this is my personal invitation, that you must all visit, and if you make a group visit, I'll be more than happy to make all the arrangements for you. It is on 110 acres of land, a sprawling campus of Indian culture, and beautiful exhibitions, wonderful exhibitions. For example, you sit in the boat goes into the river, and in 10 minutes of boat ride, you see 10,000 years of human history on both the banks of the river. Your boat actually passes through Ajanta caves, your boat passes through Nalanda University classrooms. By robotics, you see the pupils being taught by the teachers. Wonderful exhibition. We have the giant screen, that is the large screen format. a 45-minute film where Bhagwan Swaminarayan, the 11-year-old boy, traveled the length and breadth of India. So it is seeing India through the eyes of an 11-year-old boy. It's a large format screen. The size of the screen is 85 feet by 60 feet. So you can imagine the picture size. And it is in-house. So it's a wonderful campus. By one visit, you can learn many things. We have 17,000 visitors a day since last 11 years since its inauguration. We have more than 20 to 25 incidents happening every day that people change their lives for the better. Prabhu Swami Maharaj is the creator of this Akshara. In his lifetime, because I come from an organization which is headed by Prabhu Swami Maharaj, the creator of Akshara. You can see our website baps.org. Our organization is bigger than Lions International. It is bigger than Rotary International. The campus that you have here, we have 1,300 such campuses all over the world. 1300 in 60 countries. We have 55,000 full-time volunteers and 1,000 saints like me. Out of them, more than 100 saints are Stanford, Yale, Oxford and Cambridge graduates. At the age of 24, 28, they have taken Diksha. Some of them are double MBAs from Harvard at the age of 25. Many of them have left aside $300,000, $5,000 of their pay at the age of 25 and taken sannyas in our organization. We have more than 100 hospitals, schools, hostels and colleges. So we are actually into administration. We are actually into management. We are actually into human resources. So what I am talking to you now is not just theory. What I am talking to now is not just from the books. We have a day-to-day experience of it. Prabhu Swami Maharaj has done extraordinary work. One-man institution. Imagine 1,300 campuses. Imagine 100 hospitals, schools, hostels and colleges. He has traveled to 18,000 villages, personally written 7 lakh letters. You can find his name for 6 times in the Guinness Book of World Records. As I have come to your institute, he has visited more than 3 lakh such homes, offices, shops or institutes in his lifetime. Today he is 95. And we are coming up with the same Akshardham campus on 235 acres of land in New Jersey, America, at Robbinsville. And we will inaugurate it on the day of Labh Pancham, that is the 5th day of Diwali in 2020. His attitudes in life. You learn from the life of great personalities. If you don't learn from the life of great personalities, you will never learn. And that is why the biographies are autobiographies. I tell to students when I talk to them that if during your student life, if you have not read 100 good biographies and autobiographies, you don't mature into a complete human being. Am I right or wrong? Right or wrong? You all professors are agreeing with me. At least 100 good biographies and autobiographies. You will understand the lives of great personalities. You will know the ways of thinking, ways of expression, ways of taking decisions, and ways of life. Which by imagination you will never. Which by textbooks and tutorship you will never. You will only learn from the lives of great personalities. The right kind of attitudes in life. Otherwise, you will be a failure. With all the talents and all the resources, you will be an absolute failure. How many of you have heard the name of Jim Collins? A good management guru. Just raise your hands. Just 2 or 3 hands raised. आपको ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ेगी. The onus lies on you. He is the topmost management guru in the world today. Jim Collins, Og Mandino, Ken Blanchard, Robert Kaplan, Stephen Covey Moss, who passed away a few months back. Have you read these people? Yes or no? Then what are you doing? क्या कर रहे हो आप लोग? घूमते हो यहाँ पे? घूमने आते हो? See, this is for your good I'm telling you. I'm not here to offend you. For your good I'm telling you. If you you have not read this class of people being a management student, you don't deserve this class. These people, they charge $50,000, $70,000 for 1 hour of talking. That is 1 lakh rupees per minute. And who is in the audience? IPE students. Who is in the audience in front of them? Fortune 500 company CEOs, directors, MDs and chairmans. Those people who control 10,000 crores, that is $2 billion, $4 billion, $6, $10 billion of business every year, with more than 1 lakh employees, spread across 50 countries. These people they control. Jim Collins trains them. Do they need training? Physical question number 1. What must he be talking? Charging 1 lakh rupees per minute, what must they be talking? What you are hearing FOC now. पता चला नहीं चला? इनको नहीं चला। अभी जो आप मुफ्त में सुन रहे हो ना यहाँ पे, यही बात वे लोग करते हैं। The teaching medium is absolutely English?
Yes. Why you got it out?
I got it out because the response at the particular points are not that much on the expressions of the faces. It's not that, I don't. But I want to say that did you really get it while I'm talking?
Yes.
Are you getting it fully?
Yes.
Yes, that's fine. They taught this. Attitudes. Because this class of people, they don't need to be taught administration and management. They need to be taught attitudes and ethics. He has written a fine book. After his 40 years of experience in the corporate world, I give you the title of the book. Write it down. You must read it. This is all your textbooks combined. And the title of the book is How the Mighty Fall. पढ़ा है आपने? Good to Great भी पढ़ा होगा. 2 books by Jim. Yes?
Twice I read that book.
Very good. Very good. You must read both the books. First book is Good to Great. You are good, but you want to become great. Second book is How the Mighty Fall. A good 250 to 300 page book in which he has written how these mighty people who would put their foot on the ground and the ground would shake, who would pick up a call from the 25th office of the Manhattan and would topple a government in Africa. These mighty people, powerful executives of MNCs, how did they come crashing on the ground? Why did they go bankrupt? Why are they now behind bars? Why have they become paupers? Why are they nowhere now in the business world? Why? 40 years of experience of being in the corporate world, Jim Collins has written this book, How the Mighty Fall. I give you the gist in 1 line, but that does not mean that you don't read it. Is it clear at the back? Yes. Okay. I give you the gist in 1 line, that does not mean that you don't read. As students, I expect you to read. So you get the total know-how of what he wants to say. The 1 line gist of this entire book is, these mighty people fell because of. Now I am quoting him not word to word but letter to letter. Jim Collins writes, these mighty people fell because of undisciplined pursuit for more. They missed out on ethics. The words are undisciplined pursuit for more. To gain more and more of money, more and more of fame, and more and more of power, they kept aside the set of values and virtues, they kept aside disciplines, they kept aside norms, they kept aside ethics, and went all out behind money, fame, and power. And so they came crashing down. Your attitudes towards ethics should not be 99.99. It should be 100. Whoever you are, whatever you are, if you fail on ethics, if your attitudes are not right in that manner, you will come crashing down. Even if the name of your company is Satyam, you don't have the right to go for Asatya practices. Even if you are the Sahara of thousands of homes, you can still like the Sahara in Tihar. Okay? If you put a handkerchief in your pocket and then start bowling, you can invite a lifetime cricket ban. Attitudes towards ethics, you have to be very clear about it. Prabhu Swami Maharaj simply teaches certain fine attitudes in life. I take the last 5 minutes and then we conclude. Once Prabhu Swami Maharaj was in New York. His residential room was a bit, just 10 by 10, overly constructed. So somebody said this room is very small. Prabhu Swami immediately said, smaller room is good, less power is consumed. 10 days hence he was in Toronto, the newly constructed residence. We have got a huge, this size campus in Toronto. So he was there, newly constructed, and the room was spacious. And the same told Prabhu Swami Maharaj that this room is spacious, we need this classroom. And Prabhu Swami said yes, better spacious room means more people can be incorporated, so we need spacious rooms. When the room was smaller one, he said it's good, less power is consumed. When it was spacious, he said yes, more people can come in. Thinking will settle you down. Thinking will stabilize you. Now, is the size of the room at both the places going to change overnight? No. You will have to change your thinking. आपका नाम क्या है? Loudly. Shrikant. You are sounding like a schoolboy. You should say like a college boy. Shrikant. Okay. Fine. If I tell you, Shrikant gada jaisa, how do you feel? Be faithful to yourself.
I don't feel that.
You don't feel bad. अगर सबके बीच आपके फ्रेंड ने आपको गधा जैसा बोल दिया, थोड़ा.
I mean, he may think like that, but I'm not.
He may think like that, and you are not.
I know it was.
Then my attitude talk is successful.
Very much, sir.
Your students have picked up fine. I must congratulate you. Keep that attitude like that. If somebody tells you आप गधे जैसे हो, आपको बुरा तो लगता है. प्रभु स्वामी महाराज ने सिखाया, he has taught us. If somebody tells you you are a donkey, somebody tells a third person about you that he is like a donkey, वो आपको पता चला. मैसेज तो मिल जाते हैं सोशल मीडिया इस पर. Before that human media is popular. You have to only think at that time. Do I have a thick white skin? No. Do I have a tail? No. Do I have 4 legs? No. I'm not a donkey. I'm a human being. Simple. Prabhu Swami says that somebody tells you donkey, you don't become a donkey, and when you roll up your sleeves, you told me a donkey, now you became. When you started reacting, you actually accepted. Your good name?
Satish.
Satish. Looking at you, I would say, Hardik, come here. What would you tell me?
I'm Satish.
I'm sorry, I'm not Hardik. If I tell you the second time, Hardik, please come here. What would you tell me?
I was again trying.
Yeah, you will try your point. At least you would say, Swamiji, perhaps you might have met some person who would be like my knee type and maybe he's Hardik and you are mistaken, but I am Satish. Okay. In the same way, if I tell you, Gadhe jaise ho, you must simply say, I am not a donkey, I am Satish. Simple, eh? Itna hi rakna hai. How powerful, how mature, and how strong you are depends upon how many times you get disturbed in a day. जिम में जाके तो पावरफुल होते हो, is a different story. How powerful you are from within, mind and emotions. It is clearly seen in how many times you get disturbed in a day. वो मेरे सामने क्यों देखता होगा? कोई आके आया तो देखता है. Simple. As simple as that. What is the cat crosses your road from left 98 to 99% of the issues you have to take very simply in life. Very simply in life. Don't get disturbed. Actually, we make mistakes after we get disturbed. In the stability of minds, we don't get disturbed. First, protect your mind and ensure your emotions not to get disturbed. Situations will come. Persons in and out of your life will be such, today and in future, that may disturb you, your life. But you have to become internally strong so as to produce the right kind of attitudes at the right time. You have to make yourself strong from within. And that strength comes from this kind of thinkings. Such kind of thinkings. So these are certain attitudes of dealing with situation, of dealing with people, and dealing with certain kind of your own negative thought processes. If Barack Obama can be the President of America, and I think we must take a lot of inspiration that if a chaiwala can become the Prime Minister of India. Yes or no? It's an inspiration. Am I right or wrong? An ordinary chaiwala can become the Prime Minister of India, and what good you and me can. If not at that level, to a certain level. I tell you, you all have the firepower to establish one such institute in your lifetime. Missionary, am I right or wrong? You have that firepower. If you keep the right attitudes, it will come out. An 8th standard high school dropout, Bill Gates, today is the richest person. A 10th standard failed person today has his chapter in the 8th standard of the textbooks in Maharashtra board. I am talking of Sachin Tendulkar. Then you are far better off placed in terms of resources compared to these people. Yes or no? You are in such a fine institute, under the good leadership of such fine experienced professors, fine setup, good infrastructure, with good qualifications, good academic backgrounds. What not you can do? Am I right or wrong? So the last attitude which can cap, top all the attitudes is your faith in God. Believe in the existence of God. Believe in the worship of God. Believe in prayers and He will help you. This is a different topic. We'll talk of it someday. You might feel that because I'm a saffron-clad person, I will talk of God and spirituality. But all the modern management gurus that I give you the names of, they talk of God and prayers. All the modern scientific research, they tend towards God and spirituality. I tell you with confidence that you give any damn research upon this earth, and I will put a stroke of Srimad Bhagavad Gita against it. Our scriptures had this all. One more management book with a combination of spirituality, which is the latest research. I suggest to you, you must write it. The title of the book is Management Wisdom of Krishna by Dr. Veer Singh. The author's name is Dr. Veer Singh. He writes V-I-R, not V-W-R. He writes V-I-R. Dr. Veer Singh. He has written the book Management Wisdom of Lord Krishna. If you have written, then now look at me. You have written down the book. I want to tell you one fine sentence. In this book, this is the research thesis for which he got a PhD. He has taken all the latest management theories that is put forward by the top management scholars, researchers and tutors. The latest management theories of the last 50 years. And on the other side of the page, he has put an incident of Kurukshetra where Lord Krishna has exhibited his management theory practically in his life. Superb book. You must read it. All the latest management theories, and on the other side, the same theory practically exhibited, put into practice by Krishna on Kurukshetra. Management Wisdom of Lord Krishna by Dr. Veer Singh. One more thing of the combination of spirituality and management that I tell you. Recently, a professor in Harvard, he came across the stories of Vikram and Beta. I think you must have seen the TV serial. King Vikramaditya and Beta, वो भूत था, वो कंधे पे चढ़ गया था, बोलता था कि मैं जो बोलूँ वो आप करो. विक्रमादित्य बोलते थे कि नहीं, मुझे ये करना है, वो करना है. And that ghost would tell him, do as I tell you, otherwise I will choke you and I will kill you. And Vikramaditya, he had to run his subjects, that is, he has to run his kingdom. So he had to do according to the policies. And that was not acceptable to the ghost. So Vikramaditya would actually do things according to his thoughts and policies and then communicate to the ghost in a way that the ghost would feel that actually Vikramaditya has done it in his way. Master of communications, King Vikramaditya. 32 stories हैं, 32 विक्रमादित्य की, विक्रम और बेताल, TV serial भी थी, book भी मिल रही थी. Now this Harvard professor from the management department, he came across this book. He found it interesting. He picked it up as his research. He wrote a thesis, and today he has got a PhD in this. More than that, at the Harvard Business School, in the Department of Management, the degree that they offer, that is MBA in Communications, this book of Vikram and Betar is the official textbook. Official textbook, Vikram and Betar. अब हमको तो क्या लगता है, चलो ये तो सब मारना है. This professor found that it is the best in MBA Communications. You do MBA Finance, Sales, this, that, whatever. MBA Communications, that book. I think, Dean, you must get this book, read it and tell it to your students. So all the great scriptures, they are not wrong, they are right. That faith, and you will learn 1,000 things. You will learn 1,000 things. Ramayana or Mahabharata or Srimad Bhagavad Gita, they are not just stories. You will learn 1,000 things in your life. From social point of view, from management point of view, from health point of view, everything you will learn. Those are these great scriptures, so you must have faith in that. So faith in God will create an ideal society, strong society. That attitude towards God will create a strong society. I end with the last example. Recently, the founder director of FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation,